The O Cannabis Conference and Expo returns to Toronto June 1st through the 3rd, and there's still some good booth locations available. This exciting event is free for cannabis retailers and will feature Tommy Chong receiving a Lifetime Achievement Award at the O Cannabis Industry Awards. For more information about exhibiting or to register to attend, go to ocannabis.com. That's OCANNABIZ.com. Welcome back to the Talking Hedge. I'm Josh Kincaid, capital markets analyst and host of your cannabis business podcast. So Virginia lawmakers passed a landmark recreational cannabis legalization bill, or at least they're trying to. Kind of help us unpack this story from the Marijuana Business Daily is Katrina Glogowski, angel investor and attorney. Katrina, thanks for being on the podcast.
Thanks, Josh.
So last week, House lawmakers passed a bill 55-42, while the Senate approved its version by 23-15. So there's a big difference that the two bills have and whether vertical integration would be allowed. So hopefully it's a lot more streamlined than previous podcasts we did on South Dakota. Hopefully this is a little bit more streamlined and won't be kicked out based on a technicality. Virginia kind of came out right after the November elections and said, we're broke, we're working on it. And within 90 days, lawmakers passed this bill. Not necessarily unprecedented, but pretty damn quick.
That is a remarkable speed, quite frankly. Remarkable.
So taking major steps towards becoming the 16th state in the nation to legalize recreational cannabis and the first in the South after that House and Senate passed on that bill. So both measures calling for commercial recreational cannabis to launch January 1st, 2024. So that's not fast. Like they passed the bill quick, but the implementation is slow. And we've covered on the podcast before that implementation is speeding up. I think Nevada was really quick. Illinois was really quick. Rather than doing what California did, which was like 20 years, it seems to be more like 20 months. Why are they taking so long?
I cannot justify a 3-year delay at this point. There are plenty of other states that they can model from. They know what the problems are. They know what processes and procedures work and what don't based on other state experiences. I find a 3-year delay crazy. There's no reason for it at this point. They're not the first state to legalize marijuana.
Right. They're definitely not reinventing the wheel. So the bill is emphasizing opportunities for small business and minority owned local businesses. So that's good. There's a social equity opportunity here for those most impacted by the war on drugs. I think that's a good thing. I think it's going to take some time to implement that. But again, you're not reinventing the wheel. So I'm not really sure why it would take so long, assuming that it's like any other rollout, there's going to be some changes and adjustments. So just, cherry pick the best information and get that out there as soon as you can. Because in 2024, you're going to be more broke than you are right now. And of course, medicine and the whole adult use should be in play right off the bat.
I agree. I'm surprised, given the urgency of their economic situation, that they are pushing it out so far. And there's no justifiable reason for it, as we've already stated. You're not the first one, nor are you going to be the last to do this process.
Yeah, I mean, they're saying that the delay is to give them an ability to create an independent agency called the Cannabis Control Authority to oversee the market and develop regulations and rules. But that's nothing new. You have a regulation in every other state. So again, cherry pick the information you need. Look at 33 medical states and 15 rec states. Grab those bills. That should take 1/4 of 1 year instead of 3 years to delay all of this. So pretty insane to me that they would wait this long after moving so quick. It doesn't jive. I don't understand what they're talking about, but hopefully it all works out.
I hope so. And maybe they'll find that it's not as hard as they expect and have an early launch and surprise Virginia voters.
They do have some surprising stuff. So one thing that they might kind of throw out there is allowing medical operators a fast track and the Senate would allow operators to co-locate medical and adult use. So we kind of have that in Washington now, where if you're medical and you're registered, you can go and pick up clones. And that's really the only thing you can do other than getting like 10% off on, tax-free or whatever for medical patients. But outside of that, I don't really see anything in here that is revolutionary that would take an extra 3 years and why they need to drag their feet on that. But good news nonetheless, the first state in the South to do that, and anticipating the domino effect to follow suit, as all these states, including Kentucky, that has the lowest funded pension plan out there. We'll have to see kind of how this rolls out. Maybe one of the things we'll point out before we wrap this up, Katrina, is that the Senate is going to allow companies to vertically integrate, but they'd be charged a $1 million licensing fee, which would help fund social equity provisions. So what are you gonna, really? Come on, y'all. That's ridiculous.
That is asinine, because they're not going to charge $1 million for a producer, $1 million for a processor, and $1 million for a retailer. That's just prohibitive. And so where they got that dollar amount, that's just nuts.
That's on par with Florida and Ohio. Florida wanted like 23 years experience or something, and like $25 million or something ridiculous. And Ohio was only going to allow the Backstreet Boys and NSYNC to produce cannabis, and that was it. There's like 5 licenses, and that was all.
Right.
Looks like Virginia wants to have a sales tax of at least 21%, and then in addition to the state's sales tax of 6%, and then municipalities could charge an additional 3%. So you're looking at least 30%. I think Washington are we now down to 37 instead of like 42 or whatever it was?
Right.
Yeah. So again, they're not doing really anything different. So hopefully somebody there in Virginia is watching this, and they'll speed the process up because we told them to.
Yeah, they're going to listen to us, but
yeah.
Come on, Virginia, look at some of the other programs that have stumbled, and improve while you still can.
That's right. Send a copy of this podcast to your senator and your House rep and let them know Talking Hedge said, hurry up. That's it. With that, we're going to roll this one up. I'm Josh. I want to thank my guest, Katrina Glogowski, angel investor and attorney. Thanks for being on the podcast.
Thanks, Josh.
I'm Josh Kincaid. This is the Talking Hedge. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, or don't, and I'm out. Don't forget to smash that like button on your way out and check out these other videos that we've got.
Tell me, boy, you make me so bored. You need to walk the other way. I tell you once more. Please get out of my way. I don't want you no more. We're done here, boy. I know you think you're so fine, but you can't see it. I've been wanting to unwind.
Hi, my name is Kira Reed, and I'd like to invite you to be inspired by the women who are leading in the cannabis industry. Each week, we will discuss empowerment, leadership, and what it means to be a woman in charge in marijuana, hemp, and CBD. As the founder of the Women Empowered in Cannabis community, I have had the great pleasure to get to know many brilliant and talented women who are CEOs, executives, politicians, advocates, and community leaders that are focused on creating a cannabis economy that is just, fair, and equal. We'll learn how these women make decisions, how they navigate a predominantly male industry, and what they're doing to level the playing field for women. I hope you'll join us.